Saj, good evening, my friend. How's life? Give me just 2 seconds. I'm just trying something out. Let's write some codes. Add the image. Give me just 1 second. I'm just trying something on LinkedIn. I just want to try. I've never kind of done it. So give me 2 seconds, Favicon. Maybe this. Yeah. What is it called? Let's say regular evening stream building social. Okay, let's just try this. Let's add some tags. How do we do that here? JavaScript, I guess. Web development. Live programming, maybe. Live project, JavaScript development, React, Node. Little Leon, good evening. Good evening, my dear friend. All right, let's try this scheduled stream. I just don't know if this is for today or if you have no scheduled stream. What? Are you kidding me? Manage streams, what? Man, this platform truly sucks ass, man. Seriously. What is this, like? Live today, 11 p.m. What? All right, I don't know. Leo, good evening. Good, man, good. Pretty good. Off from work until Tuesday. It's holidays here in Denmark, so pretty good. What about yourself, man? How's life? How is it going for you? Let me see what Saj wrote. Today I managed to code my first ever website with some logic, not just images and text. Use some video tutorial, la la la. Well, why do you use AJS, Saj? That's used to be that's basically a rendering engine. It used to be called Pug, if I remember well, but that's like handlebars, right? It's a templating engine, so I'm not sure why you're using AJS. Nice, Leo. Nice, awesome stuff, man. Just work hard and yeah. Rest will come, right? Rest will come. Give me 1 second. So let's figure out what we want to do. Yeah, so AJS is basically a templating engine. So generally you would use that in server-side rendering. So for example, if you would want to server-side render some Node.js, right? You could use handlebars, EJS. So you would write I see. Well, that's a very broad question, right? When you say I didn't I get it, right? But it's a very, very broad thing, right? You say I didn't know how to do the database part, right? That's a huge subject, right? So I mean, but I feel you, right? It's just that's a whole sub-industry, right? If I may say that way, right? Give me 1 second here. Okay, that all looks good. This also looks good. Let me just see if I'm streaming on YouTube or not. Give me 5 seconds. I think I am. Yeah, I am. All right. And let me just check one thing on YouTube. All right. Amari, good evening, friend. All right, so great. So let's see what do we do tonight, right? Good. Life is good. Not much to complain about, honestly. Everything's good. We are here yet another evening. no work tomorrow, so I'm kind of... Mike, good evening, buddy. And a glass of wine here, so cheers, everybody. Namari, please do it. Just do it on. Cheers. Actually, my wife's cousin is here with us with her kid. So, and both my kid and Nicola, which is my wife, which is her son, they're sleeping. So yeah, we have guests. We're gonna be having a guest party here next for the next 7-8 days. So yeah, that's why the doors are closed, because yeah, I'm not alone. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks a lot. Okay, so what the heck do we do today, right? Okay, so let's... I'm kind of slowly happy that we are kind of getting close to nuking all of the bugs, because I really want us to start a new feature soon. So let me just do some... Let's start... Clean code is good, yeah. I have read that already, yes. Started... MongoDB is a great database, depending, of course, what you're doing, but depending on the context of the problem you're solving. But it's I love Mongo. I've spent many years. I've used Mongo for many years, in many different projects. The biggest problem with the programming books is that you really need to... Give me 1 second. Where is this? Where am I passing this? Okay, so I think... Why is this a list item? That makes no sense. Okay, let's start something with something clean. Okay. Well, okay, that's done. I just you know, every time I end the stream or the next day, I kind of go through the project and I see if we broke something else, right? So let's kind of fix a few of those simple ones and then see. So actually in production this didn't work. How come it works here? Mike is lurking in the background. Okay, so it does work now, does it? Wait a minute. Yeah, so it actually does work. Okay, that's super awkward. Yeah, that's super strange. It didn't work last night. Wait, maybe it was just some cache or some stuff. Yeah. Well, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's kind of keep on slamming stuff and then we might hopefully start. So I found another bug. That's when you go to here. This resync button actually kind of farts, sometimes kind of fails. So let's kind of fix that quickly. So just super tiny things. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me go to user. Let's find, where am I? Let's sort this by the ID. I'm on the top. So now I should technically be able to click this again. No? Okay, yeah. Ah, this is production. Sorry, my bad. All right, so let's see what happens here. I think there's some wrong state that's happening here. So let's take a look at that. Where is it? Here, right? Yeah. Okay, so you can see that there's some state here that's just, we have fix sync GitHub repositories, right? So sync GitHub repositories. So here we have fulfilled GitHub repository success, failed, yeah. And then this is still spinning, right? So okay, let's use effect must not return anything beside a function which is used, yeah. Okay, give me a second. What do we do here? All right, and where's the actual button resync? Yeah, here. Okay. Its own profile. Show the button is loading can sync repositories and is syncing repositories. Okay. Yeah, so that's inaccurate. So that's not good. Yeah, that's not actually good. Okay. Is syncing repositories. Yeah, that's kind of done pretty poorly, I would say. Okay. All right, let's go to the API again. Where were we? Like here. Let's go query the user again. Let's order them again by ID. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, let's try this again. So resync. Today I deployed my first thing to AWS in 88 no. Nice, Robert. Very nice, man. That's super good. That's super good. All right, let me just, yeah, this is so messed up. There's like, some of the stuff is handled in Redux, right? Some of the stuff is handled locally, so it's really annoying, right? Why is it? Why are we even doing anything in Redux here is the question, right? We should either do one or the other, not both. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, so let's maybe just move it here, right? We have the search here. Yeah, we have a lot of state here, so why are we... Never understood the point of Redux. Seems to me like a step back 30 years. Why can't we just call functions on an object? I'm not sure, what do you mean pass strings which then call function? That's not how Redux works. Which strings, Robert? We're not passing any strings. What do you mean? Actions are not strings. Actions are objects. Actions are not strings. Redux is a pattern. It's a flux pattern. It has nothing to do with this. Where you have a state, you have a reducer where you define how the state changes. You have the actions that describe the intent. So for example, you have the action that describes, I want to change X, right? Yeah, but why does it matter what it takes? I don't understand the value of that argument. Why does it matter what it takes? What is the point? What is the concrete value of that statement? Why does it matter what it takes? I don't get it. The action has the string. Sure, why does that matter? I'm not quite sure what is the value of that technical argument. Who cares what it takes? That's not the point of Redux. Point of Redux is that you don't mutate the state directly. The point is that for every state change, you have an action that describes that. And then reducer defines how the state changes based on that action. So I'm not sure why does it matter what the action takes, right? I don't see why is that even important, right? That's what I don't get. Whenever you want to change something in Redux, you dispatch some action, and then in the reducer you define, hey, what does it mean to change X? Well, it means to set the X to a new value. So I'm not sure what is the value of you saying it takes text. Who cares what it takes? Function can take anything, right? I mean, functions take a million different types of arguments, right? And stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure when you say like it takes a string. Why does it matter? This string, you need it to describe the action identity, right? Yes, but that's not what Redux is. That's you're trying to make this to be some. This is a pattern, right? What it should be, what it shouldn't be. It's definitely not that. Again, you have your state. Here you say, hey, I want to change X. Here you define how that X changes, and then it changes here. So it could have been anything, right? But it's not. It's what it is, right? You have an action reducer and a state, and you don't mutate this directly. You don't say state.x is 2. You have to dispatch. You have to say, well, dispatch, change X, and then I want this X to be 2. So that's the difference, right? So that is the only difference. The only difference is that instead of mutating this state directly all over the place, you need to dispatch some action that describes that that's your intent, and then in your reducer you define what your intent is, right? Yeah. But if you don't like semantics of the tool, well, that's fair enough. That I can kind of understand, right? It's completely fine that you dislike how if you dislike how the tool is built, that's completely fair enough, right? But that's a different story then, right? Yeah, so this is kind of done in a very kind of shitty way, to be honest. I don't... Yeah, so this is all kind of fine. The only part that's not great, I guess. So we have some search here. This is not great. What the hell, man? Where's this used? And where's this used? Ah, I see. So this is used, yeah. I see. Set can sync repositories false. And I guess what's missing here, if we would be to remain with this crap, this, right? Or we could use finally here. So I think our bug technically resides around this. Now the fact that I don't like how this is done, that's a different story, I guess. Yeah, but you can see, yeah, so this is a bit messed up. So let's kind of fix it. Yeah, it really sucks. So, and then yeah, it's a mixed kind of. We'll need to eventually, most likely, just clean this up, because it's not really ideal, to be honest, at all. And then I guess what we should also do is we can say can sync repositories false. So let's maybe just fix this and move on. Then maybe one day. I don't want to spend time on this right now. It's not worth it, I think. Still, I'm not quite sure why. Or maybe yeah. Ah, shit, this is why. Okay, so that's it. All right, let's try once more. Branko, good evening, man. Wait, and thank you very much. Antonio, good evening, man. Yeah, it's still not. What the hell is going on, man? It's seriously a bit pissing me off a bit now. Set can sync repositories. Yeah, this is a bit annoying, I must admit, because I don't like how this is done. It's just so messy without really unnecessarily messy, right? So let's do some stuff here, right? So I'm gonna just ignore the comments in the chat for 2 seconds, just for the reason of just so I can clean this up. All right, so give me like 2 seconds. Actually, no, maybe not that way. What am I building? Branko asked. This is the project, man, and you can also sign up. You can also sign up over here. And let me just figure out how I want to actually solve this. So we update the handle, then we sync stuff. So I guess what we could do, right, is let's go to the API, right? So if we go over here, so we can actually do something a bit better instead. So we don't do the update GitHub handle, yeah. So we have this guy, right? And then we have, yeah, so we have update GitHub handle. So what we could then do is we can say, give me a second, sync GitHub, sync something, right? Wait, where was it? Update GitHub handle, sync user repositories, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna basically do this, right? So what was it? So let's just simplify this. So as soon as we sync user repositories, no. Yeah, so as soon as we do update GitHub handle, what we can actually then do is we can do this. We can say request.user. Yeah, and then instead of here, we can do reply code 201.send repositories, right? I'm not using Prisma. I'm using Sequelize.js. So now actually, if we take a look at this fellow over here, we don't really need to call this guy again. So instead of that, we can, so here now we can say const data. Then here, right? And then if we go over here and then over here, right? What was this action that we talk about? Update GitHub handle. Are we even? Oh, update GitHub handle. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, Fox. So stay that user profiles. Yeah. So can I say also, shit, what? Really? Okay. And can I also say stay that data that repositories is equal to action dot date dot payload dot data. The only thing that I would like to change though is let's call this repositories. And then let's do this, and then let's get back here and then do this, right? And then I do think that that's where I keep the repositories, right? Yeah, they're over here, right? All right, so that's good. So we can optimize that way. Then we don't really call this sync again. And then we'll see about this in a second. So I suggest we remove all of this local state and we just move it to Redux, because yeah, that's kind of, so let's maybe just fix that quickly, because a lot of this stuff is useless, right? So let's also move this fella. Let's go over here, right? Let's just say, because having it in both places is just incredibly random and incredibly annoying, right? So let's say here user get GitHub repositories, right? We pretty much pass this fella over here, right? Let's say, yeah, ID. And let's say get GitHub repositories, right? And yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So now if we get back to the reducer, update GitHub handle, let's get back here, right? So we're gonna pretty much do something similar that we're doing here. So let's just copy those things, right? Increasing the font. I'm pretty sure it's about your screen. This is the first time I'm hearing that, but yes, I can do that. But I'm pretty sure you're either on a small screen or on a 1080p screen or something like that, right? But absolutely, I hope that's better. But I haven't gotten that comment yet. Okay, so let's say here, so let's go to user state. Watching on a TV, got it. Fair enough. So let's say here, get GitHub repositories, right? So here we're gonna have this. So GitHub, get GitHub repositories fail, right? Antonio, I'm gonna get back to you in a second. I just need to finish this. I need to focus. I'm sorry. Just give me like, just give me 2 seconds. Then I'll get back to you. I just need to focus on fixing this so we can, and then I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to. Of course, I could do that. Yes. Kasi, my friend, good evening. Okay, so that's, I guess, fine. So we can kind of get rid of this now, right? And then we can say here, dispatch, get GitHub repositories and then pass user ID, right? We'll obviously have to import the selector here, right? So we have to say const, repositories is use selector. And then stay.user. I think data.repositories. Well, actually, it would be like this, right? Okay, so that's fine. Let's kind of get rid of this loading state, and we will explicitly can sync repositories. We can also kind of move this state somewhere else, right? Like a global state as well. Give me 2 seconds. Yep. Then this handle sync, what is this gonna do? So this is gonna then here we're gonna say if user state get GitHub repositories loading is, yeah, actually this thing is pretty good. The GitHub Copilot get GitHub repositories loading is user state, yes. Let's clean this up. Let's get rid of this. Let's comment this out. Let's remove this. And then let's kind of go back here. And then let's create another state variable. So let's actually say the default state is true. No, actually not even that, right? I guess. Yeah, actually, no, we need that. We need that. Okay. No, let's actually have it as false. And then get GitHub repositories, right? Ah, shit. What did I close? This, right? So, okay, so let's see, what do we have here? What did I comment out? So this was our logic before. If GitHub repository is synced at, and where is this coming from? Where do we have this state? authenticated user GitHub repository synced expires at. Okay. Okay, so if we kind of grab this fella over here. State.user dot no state.data dot user no dot data can is equal to, then we'll turn this into an actual utility or whatever. Let's just try it like this, and then here we have to say state.data dot what did I actually have here? State.data GitHub repository sync that. Let's actually get back here. And where was this coming from again? So authenticated user. Let me just actually backtrace. Where am I actually setting this? Anyway, okay, let's, we just need the default state at the very least, right? It seems that we're missing that. Null, yep, okay. So state.data can sync GitHub repositories. Is state.data GitHub repository sync that? This might throw an error though, right? No. Okay, so it's good. Let me just test this. Okay, never mind. So this should be kind of good, I think. First try, no errors, exactly. Okay, so if we get rid of that, let's kind of keep cleaning up. I think we can sync repositories. So here it's going to be I guess it's gonna be like this, right? I suppose. Let me try to print. I mean, this is gonna be broken for now, I think. But let's even try to even render it, right? Of course, nothing is gonna be shown here. Okay, so we have the user. GitHub repos expires at, has early access. What are we missing? Has early access, GitHub processing that. Can sync GitHub repos. Why is it not here? Can sync GitHub repos. Let me refresh. Oh, okay, so we're actually getting an error. It's fine. So get GitHub repositories. Let's see, why are we getting an error? Let's actually get here. Bam, bam. Ah, so we're users GitHub 1. What? Why is it undefined? Okay, let's go back here. So get GitHub repositories. Yeah, it seems that we did call it API v1 users GitHub 1. Let's go to the API router. Get GitHub repositories by user ID, right? Should we just make this a number instead then? Oh, I see, wait. What? Ah, my bad. So we forgot to change the actual HTTP method. Okay, so we're getting them now, right? And that's cool, right? So that's cool. So let's consume them now, right? So we have this thing here. Let's make sure that that's actually what we're getting. Yeah, exactly. So let's get here. Okay, now we can actually suddenly see them again. So that's good. That's great. So we are actually getting them. Let's go back to the front end. So repositories, la la la. So here we do the fetch and la la la. Okay. All right, so now we should be still showing them, right? And that's good, right? Okay, good. So that's kind of fixed, let's say. So that's good, I guess. So now we'll have to fiddle with this. So it seems to be kind of working. Let's see. So let's go back here to the reducer. GitHub can sync GitHub repositories. So get GitHub repositories. What else is there here that we have to update GitHub handler, right? So also for this specific action, right, we have to do the same. Yes, so we pretty much, let me just move this here. And then I'm gonna also move it here, right? It's just one thing that I need to memorize is like, where am I actually returning this? User response schema, okay, API, la la la. Sync user repositories. So when I actually sync the repositories and stuff, then we return this fella, right? Now that might be a slight problem, right? Because besides repositories here, we should also then we should also kind of return this, right? So let's do something like this. Mike, thank you very much for coming by, man. Take care, bro. We'll kind of need to return this fella as well. So I do this, and then we'll need to kind of send this back along as well. And then we'll need to kind of, so when we sync for the first time, we'll need to do that, return that, and la 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 la. So yeah, and then yeah, let's so over here we need to actually change the schema slightly bit, right? No, where is it? Here, right? So yeah, thank you very much, Antonio. It's just a matter of time, and give it time. It's not rocket science. And thank you very much for the sub, man. All right, so let's see about this now. So we've changed the response of the initial thing. So that means that if we go here, do we have like sync or something? Where is that sync happening? Let's find that. Update GitHub handle, right? No. Yeah, so it's this one, right? Is that the one that we've just updated? Or is it sync user repositories? Yeah, so So we need to do pretty much the same here, right? So we'll need to do the same and respond here with the okay, give me a second. So we do this. Yeah, wait, I'm a bit confused here now. Wait a minute. I see. So this is a bit problematic, right? Because so when we initially click this, right? So when we initially click this thing, the front end used to do two calls. First, it would update the actual GitHub handle, right? And then it would actually sync the repositories, right? So and that's maybe how it should be, right? It's just one thing that kind of sucks, right? Is that give me a second, just to make sure we're doing it right. Update GitHub handle. So this is just updating the social profiles, right? But when we do this action, what we actually, so this is the first time we do it, we then have to sync, right? So what we could, I guess, do, we could turn this thing into a single thing. So wait, let me kind of grab this. Let me get rid of this. Let me put this thing here. Here. Let's go to the router. Let's get rid of this. Then here, basically, we're gonna just keep one of those guys. So here, model user update social profile. So update the social profile. And here we can basically say, well, you can actually and this actually no longer works anyway, because the request user doesn't actually have so this is also wrong. It should be just this. Okay, so update the user. Numinex, good evening, my friend. Good evening. Okay, good. And then we can just fixing some silly stuff, just cleaning up some logic. Then here we can say, hey, if no user dot yeah, some backend work, exactly, right? So we're gonna do something like this. All right, so let's write it like that. Do some validation. Get this user social GitHub. Yeah, so I think this is kind of almost sufficient. Almost, give me 2 seconds. I will play. I did play, I think, I did play a couple of streams ago. What happened here? Man, that's insane. Good. That's super good to hear. That's super good to hear. I think you told me something about it. Yeah, I think you told me something about it for sure. We'll discuss that over coffee. I actually can't wait. GitHub handle sync. Okay, so quite a bit of cleanup, but I think it's good. Let me just open this thing up. Same, man, same, absolutely. V1 users, GitHub handle sync. Okay, so let's go to the front end, right? And yeah, so first and foremost, we're gonna get rid of this. I'll just go here, copy that. Give me 2 seconds. So I'll go here. I'll copy this. I'll see all of the places where we're actually using this. So yeah, we'll get rid of this completely. That's completely useless. Where else are we using this? So we're actually gonna just call this literally. So that's good, I think. Wait, what was it? Did we have any more of the stuff? No. Yeah, so kinda. Yeah. All right, let's start now testing that stuff. Changed quite a bit. Where was I? Come on, man. Where is it? So why? So GitHub repo synced at 0. So why is this saying that we can't? Give me 1 second. Let's check our Redux state now. User data can sync GitHub repositories. False. GitHub repository sync that expires. Yeah. Okay, so this evaluated basically not in a great way, right? And that's because let's come here. I guess this gets cold, right? So no, so that's actually accurate. Ah, I see. So this should be false, false. Something like that, right? Okay. And are we actually setting that state properly? User data can sync GitHub repository is true, right? So we are, so that's good. So it seems that this button is not wired to the proper thing. And the only thing I can think about is that this user doesn't actually carry this information. So let's see. Most likely, I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, it's not here. Okay, fair. There's no such thing as better operating system. That the reason why I'm kind of not answering the question is because question is impossible to answer, right? That's impossible to answer, right? What do you mean better? What is better operating system, right? What does that mean? Better operating system, right? Like better how? Right? Like what do you mean better operating system, right? Like I hate those kind of this is not how you there's no such thing in there's no such thing is in technical sciences that you can define just as better or worse. Like it's really vague to ask such thing, right? Is like what is better, right? Like it's Of course, that is yes, absolutely. It's the essence of debugging, right? 100%. Yes. Yes, absolutely. All right, let me see now what happens. So I see. Okay, well, yeah, that's not too bad. Yep. Probably. I mean, there is literally anything on the planet you imagine is on YouTube, right? So absolutely, yes. Yes. For sure. For sure. What did I want to do? What did I want to do? Yeah, so let's go back to the API. I think there's one thing that we need to kind of fix, and yeah, it doesn't really like this format, so let's just make sure it's a string. I think that's sufficient. So what the hell happened here? So how did we manage to remove them? Sync user repositories. Oh my god, look who is here, Matty. It's been ages, man. Good evening, dude. How is life? Get user repositories by user ID. Yeah. All right, so a bit of a so yeah, so our repositories actually aren't synced now, but so we got into some strange state. Let's try to fix that. Let's order this. Let's go here. Give me a second. Nice one, Antonio. Nice one. I'm very sorry for being a bit silent now, because I'm just trying to kind of I'm just trying to yeah, get this right. If I get myself into discussions now, it's pretty much, you know, good luck building this, right? Form data. Which form? Evening, Alex. Good evening to you, man, as well. But which form? Like, when did I ever have a form here? Yeah, maybe that's some old shit that we... Or, wait a minute. Probably we messed something up. Give me a second. Do we have some input here? The main input. So we do, I see. Has a GitHub handle. Okay. And I suppose I don't. I do. You mean that if you think that I buy it, I did, but I'm not using it. Has GitHub slug. Where is this coming from? I just didn't find the use of any of this stuff yet. That's the main reason, pretty much. Has a GitHub slug. What? Are you kidding me? GitHub says 1. So this is the bug, basically. I see. So for some reason, somehow I actually managed to mess that up. So, okay, I see. I see. So that was kind of messed up. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. So we're kind of good. Okay, great. So that's good now. So let's get rid of this. Well, I mean, go and see which components they offer. I mean, it's again, right? It's very broad statement, right? Good for what, right? It's just components, right? So I'm not saying that it's not good. Don't take me wrong, right? It's just if you have a use for those components, then absolutely, right? Right. So if you have a use for some of those components, right, then yeah. But it's really, yeah. I haven't found, honestly, much of a use of it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? But I do have it, yes, I do have it. Okay, great. So essentially, yeah, so in one of those circumstances here, you already have a handle, and then inside of here, essentially, we... I guess something like this, right? So let's test it now. Not the response that I would expect. So let's see, maybe I prematurely returned somewhere. So we found a logged in user. If it doesn't have GitHub skip, HJS sync, yeah. Bulk create. Update the user. Model user bulk create data. This is the data, right? Let's see kind of what went wrong here, because I would expect now some repositories to be created, but not really. All right, so let's get back to the user. Let's again sort them here by ID so I can find myself easier. And let's see what we got. So we have this, let's get rid of this. Yeah, and then let's take a look at the social profile somewhere. And we have it, GitHub AGJS, right? So let's update that as well, do this. And let's take a look at the controller again. So get the logged in user. If there's no GitHub social profile, update it. If you already updated past 24 hours, return an error. Then call the GitHub stuff. Say right. Yeah, all right, let's try that again. So yeah, so GitHub definitely returned stuff, so that's good. Okay, so now it's good. Okay, so now it's actually good. But that is good, right? Okay, that is good. Okay, great. Cool. That is cool. So let me just take a look. Can sync GitHub repositories. This should be false. True. So how is this? How can I still do this, right? Let's take a look at the Redux store, because so somewhere we have that state being not validated properly or not evaluated properly. So can sync GitHub repositories. Okay, let's see where we evaluate this. So here, right? So if date now is greater, I have a key bindings in my mouse. I just have some macros in my mouse, and I use those macros to switch between them with one hand, right? So how is this evaluating to true then? If they dot now, like, how is that even possible, right? No, so it is. Wait a minute. No, so yeah, it should be. Yeah, so it should be false. So this is. Yeah, I have Razer Naga, and I have a bunch of keys on the mouse, and I use a bunch of those keys for macros. So not, I don't know, I have 15 different keys on this mouse, right? No, this should actually be reversed. So it should be like this. You should be able to sync GitHub repositories if the current date is, if this date has expired, right? So I don't know why I did it that way at all. Give me 2 seconds. User. But why? This makes no sense, man. Like, seriously, why? This should be now saying true. Like, what the hell is happening? Unless... Yeah, unless... Yeah. So that's yeah. I see. So I think we have to say here. So let's make this a utility, right? Give me a second. I know what the issue is. Can sync GitHub repositories. And this Copilot is like so freaking annoying, it's unreal. I think it should be something like this, probably. All right, let's try that. Okay, so yeah, so this resync stuff, I think we messed it up. Let's run this again. Yeah, so okay, I see. All good. All goodio. I think I know. So this is kind of fine. So I think we're almost there. This one works, but at this point we actually don't get the yeah. So let me just check one thing. So if I refresh this, we check Redux, user data, social profiles is empty, right? So it's kind of strange that we don't have GitHub at this point. And yeah, you can see that we don't actually. Okay, so are we maybe overriding it here somewhere? Let me take a look. Okay, I see. Give me 1 second. What did I want to do? So when we call this guy, this is gonna happen, right? And that's great. And then this is gonna set the repositories and stuff. Yeah, okay, let's see what's happening to it state transition wise, right? So let's clean this up, sync. sync GitHub repository is loading. So that's the problem, right? Okay, sync GitHub repository is loading. Okay, so that's kind of good. Okay. Yeah. So let's get back here to this annoying crap. Do that again. Actually, you know what? Why am I wasting time, right? Let's just enable this stuff so it automatically clears my stuff every time I save the API, whatever. Okay, so let's try that again. So refresh. What the fuck? Ah, I see. My bad. You can just type !stack. All right, let's go here. Let's do that. Hey there, Jay. I'm very sorry for not being super active in. Yeah, but this is no, that was not right. That was not right what I did here. So this is actually fine. So there should be a spinner when we're trying to load them, and that's okay. So let's actually see if that's the case. Get GitHub repository is loading, get GitHub repository success, right? So that's okay, right? And then we have this, and then hey, then we have GitHub add la 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 la. And then I think this is the problem. So it's not this. What was it? It's like sync git. No, yeah. So this no longer exists, right? Okay. So let's just do this. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. So let's just see what's the name of this thing. How did I name it? Sync. Yeah. So it's sync GitHub repositories, right? So it's the state that's wrong here. So sync. Why is it? Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of what we missed, right? So now that thing should be fine. We should see it spinning at least. And V2 is just, let's see. Yeah, so, and then we don't really react to the repositories at all, right? So let's see that again. So sync AGJS sync fulfilled, right? Let's see what the action has. So we get the data repositories. Yeah. And so, yeah, and we forgot to change that. So let's get back here. So where is it? Sync do we have? Yeah, get, no, that's not the one. Yeah, it's this one. So actually here is action.payload dot. So this data now is going to have repositories, and it's going to have the actual timestamp thing, right? So where is that again? Sync, right? And then if we go back here, we can see that the sync returns an object now with 2 properties, right? And that's good. That's what I just rewrote in the API, right? So if we get back here and we go here and then here, right? Ah, shit, man, I keep linking the wrong, keep going to the wrong thing. Where is it? Here, right? Okay. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Okay. So yeah, this is wrong. So now this is going to be action dot payload dot repositories, right? And then we're gonna do this here as well. Then it's gonna be action dot payload dot this, right? Pretty much, I think. So if I just restart that API stuff and then we try this again. Yeah, now we kind of get them, and then this is disabled. And then obviously if we go to Redux here, right, we should see here that we said, hey, where is it? So we had said, hey, sync GitHub repositories, and we did, and then we can see what we actually changed. Rafe, good evening, man. We have updated the repositories, and then we set can sync GitHub repositories to false, and that's pretty good. Yeah, and that now should work properly, right? Okay, let's see what else do we have to clean something else here? Clean up something else here. Let me actually move this here. I like it more here. So technically now, yeah, so this resync should kind of work, right? So if let's imagine that we go again here and yeah, let's just remove, let's imagine this 24 hours period has expired. So if I find that timestamp somewhere here, right, I update it, right? So now this button should be again clickable, right? And yeah, there we go. That is good. I think we are done with that. I think we're done with that. Okay, let me just skim through once more. We have 2 syncs basically, right? So and yeah, that's the only kind of misleading thing, right? We also then don't have to wait for anything here. There's nothing we're waiting for. So that's pretty much, those 2 are the only thing that I dislike. But the reason why we have those 2 is because one is called when you don't have a GitHub handle the first time, and then this does have, you have the GitHub handle, but you're just trying to resync, right? All right, cool. Well, let's push the API first. So what did we change in the API? We removed some stuff. I think we can optimize this one here just slightly bit, because aren't we? Yeah, we're updating the user here already. So essentially, yeah. So let's kind of just optimize this. We can remove one call, unnecessary call, right? So we're saying here, hey, like we're doing this, right? We can move this down here because we're doing another user update anyway, right? And we actually don't care. We don't even have to care if you have the GitHub handle, because we're doing an update anyway. We can just as well always update the handle, right? So essentially this part, right? Yeah, so let's double check if that actually worked. Yep, it did. Let's get rid of the I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're actually good. Yes, we're good. Okay, great. So now we can actually push this. We refactored it, I think, enough. Let's actually do the API first. We kind of got rid of that. We updated this schema a bit. We go to controller here. Yeah, we can actually get rid of this fella here. It's no longer needed. Have a transaction there. La la la. We're using that. Let me just be a bit I'm not sure if I have to do this, but let me just be a bit of a freak here. Who is here? Sako is here. The Sako. The Sako. Good evening, my friend. Update sync repositories endpoint. Yeah, I am. Just like yourself, yes. Absolutely, man. Let's push the front as well. I'm up for it, man. I'm up for it. Just SMS me when, and I'm up for it for sure. Let's do it. All right, so let's try pushing this as well. Amazing. All right, so that should be done as well. Let me actually see now, is the API deployed yet? And it's so super nice seeing a lot of people signing up every day. That's super motivating to build this. Like every day we have few people who sign up, and I didn't even send the invites for those early adopters who signed up, so that's amazing. Give me 1 second. All right. I don't have a calendar. I think Antonio, the easiest way is let's just chat on Discord, right? Just send me, just ping me, I don't have a Calendly, if that's what you mean, but yeah, just send me a message on Discord and then we can take it there. Like I think because I could not commit now, right? Yeah, I could not commit now to that calendar thing because I don't want to book something and then not show up, right? So I think it's way safer if we do it there. Exactly. Message me now and then I'll get back to you maybe after the stream or tomorrow, but feel free to message me anytime. Awesome. But for sure we have it. Shit, this is my company stuff. But for sure, you know, we have it this week. There's no question about that, right? I can promise you that much, yeah. I can promise you that much. Okay, so technically this should be now in production. Let's see, did we break production? We did not, okay. So let's go to profile repositories. You can sync your GitHub repositories in about 11 hours. Okay, well, I mean, but should be working, right? Yeah. So good. So the only thing, so yeah, I got your message. I can see it on my phone already. Okay, beautiful. So we fixed that. Let's keep on going. I'm not tired, so let's do more work. Unless you people have to go. So there's something. This is gonna. Awesome. I saw it. Yes. Most of the time, likewise. Sodium. Good evening, buddy. So let's go here. Let's say nvm use pnpm storybook. I guess. Yeah. So there's one thing that's super tiny, but I'm trying to find all the little details which aren't maybe working perfectly and just fix them. Because it's just annoying me, right? And I really... So there's something with the button. There's something with spinning button or something that's messed up. And I genuinely can't figure out what it is. It's like, how do I even... Give me 2 seconds. Like There's something with the button that I saw. Especially this one, right? Okay, wait, let's go to the front, right? Resync. Let's just say loading true. Let's just say the hey, yeah, it is loading. Yeah, oh, perfect. Hell yeah, great, amazing. So this is one of the issues, I think. So you can see kind of like how do we what is the state of this button? Wait, so what do we have? We have is loading true. We don't have any variant on it, I suppose. So So maybe that's outlined. Maybe that's the issue, right? No. And what is the types? I forgot how I implemented this completely. Oh no, never mind. Okay. Shit, man. Like, okay. And also, what is this border, man? Like, my buttons shouldn't have, like, there's something also off with those colors, right? So let's kind of fix that. It's like super strange. Like, okay, so get styles outlined on mouse center and click disabled class name border tracking. So let me just try one crazy thing, just a random color out of my mind. No, okay. Let's go to the storybook. So yeah, this is how the button should be looking like, right? Wait. So what the hell is happening? Where's the stories? So how is it like, is it maybe, it's because of the disabled bullshit. Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay, so that's the problem, right? So yeah. So let's not do any of this, right? Let's literally just say not allowed if it's disabled, right? In fact, wait, if disabled return, right? So let's do something like this, right? Maybe, I don't know. Wait, where else do we have disabled mentioned? Here and here and here, right? Okay. So, all right. Well, let's say here. So let's get rid of this. And let's say, hey, if it's disabled, then, sorry. So cursor disabled, exactly. Yeah, there we go. Now, there is still one kind of thing that sucks ass here, I think. Okay, so this is great. No, there's something that you can see what happens here. Like, look at this. It's almost like it starts. So this is the thing that I saw. Great. So look at this. It's like, I don't know if you actually see it. It starts animating too late. Like, what the hell is that? But we know what the issue. So it is something with disabled state. So if the button is disabled, what happens here? Look at this. It takes a while and then it starts spinning. What? Yeah, this is good. This was annoying me for a while and I couldn't figure out. I saw that something is kind of wrong, but I couldn't figure out what. Okay, so let's not mess with it here, right? Let's go to the storybook. Let's not, this is not the best place to do it, right? So let's actually revert those changes right here. So revert this, and let's revert this as well. Nice. Nice. Okay. So this is good. Let's go to the storybook now and try to so let's create another state in the storybook called disabled spinning. Like, I guess, right? No, actually, let's see. So spinning primary failed. Let's see what happens in this case. We don't actually, what? Wait. Spinning primary, maybe, are we maybe missing the outline here? Yeah, so this is the outline. Then let's, so yeah, this one is now disabled. What the hell, man? Like, okay, wait. So yeah, this is good that I kind of started doing with, indigo. Okay, I see. We have a default color here. That's how I did it, right? We have Jace, sounds good, friend. Thank you very much for being here. The only maybe thing extra we can do if something is disabled, no matter of the, right, is we can say maybe opacity 75% or something, right? Yeah, maybe something like that, right? Yeah. All right, great. So let's push that as well. Antonio, man, thank you very much for your passion and being here and engaging in the chat and stuff. I'll get back to you on Discord, okay? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So let's see what Sako is saying. Shouldn't the color be the same from first log to third log? What do you mean log? Likewise, man. Likewise. Thanks a lot for saying that, man. I'm not sure which console log are you referring to, Sako. Console log. Oh, dude, I think you're referring to something, I think like 5-10 minutes ago, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? If that's what you're referring to, I guess it is, right? But it seems that the outline style, or maybe it's just me. No, maybe it's just my eyes. This color feels darker than this color. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Let's try that again. I see exactly what you mean. I think you're right. Let's see that again. There's something wrong, most likely, right? Yeah, there is a probability of that. Yeah, there is a probability of that for sure, right? Exactly. So let's try that kind of attempt again. So if I go here, let's say that is loading is true. Yeah, I think that is the case, right? Yeah, that's super strange. Super strange. I wonder why is that happening though, right? Spinner color. Is this a prop that I'm passing? Yeah, I'm passing a spinner color, right? But that's the thing. Is my button really taking the spinner color? Come on, dude, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah. So that's pretty much what's happening, I think. Yeah. So for whatever reason, this guy returns. So if it's outlined and it's hovering, return that. Otherwise, yeah. This is base 200 and that's okay. So I don't actually know. Wait a minute. No, it does. It does. So here it's almost like some sort of re-rendering or concurrency issue. It's super strange, right? But no, I think it's fairly consistent in it, right? Let's see, and then we have get styles. Let's see, color. Let me go to the spinner. Ah, okay, so it's this thing that's messing it up. So it gets the default value from here. And then, wait a minute, where is it? Spinner. So is that the color? Yeah. Let me just try one thing. Nah, still doing it. So where the hell is it getting it from now? Nope, still kind of the same, okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just try something. Just trying to minimize what could be wrong, right? So is this actually even doing anything? No, it isn't. Well, actually it is, but yeah. So if it's hovering and it's not outlined, then color is 500. If it's outlined, so yeah, the logic I think is fine, right? So I don't get it. And then it. So it's not this, it's not disabled, is definitely not messing it up. So let's see if it's loading. Invisible basically just means, yeah, to hide the actual, to hide the text, right? So that's right, that's not it for sure. So right now the color is literally hard-coded, right? So right now the color is hard-coded. but it still takes a while for it to be shown, right? So it's something else. What could it be? No, but doesn't matter, like, again. Maybe it's the loading state, right? Maybe it's the loading state. So loading is false and then it's true, right? So maybe it's that, right? But why? I mean, what? Is it maybe because of the default props here? I mean, clearly, I guess if we set this to true, then it would work, but that's wrong, right? No, it still lags, right? And it still has the wrong color. Dude, like, so strange. What the hell is going on? No, I mean, this is a no, I don't. This is an external library, right? So animate fade in. Yeah, maybe. What is this? Animate fade in. Maybe it's this thing. I think Kirill added this. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna kill Kirill when he's back. I will have to assassinate him for sure. He added some class here that kind of did this. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Okay. It's phase high. I will have to kill him when he's back. There's no questions about that. No, I mean, I want the button to be like this, right? I want it to be explicit enough and visible, right? I don't know what he did with this animate fade in. He just set the opacity 0. What is the purpose of this? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. All right, cool. So, yeah. That should be fine now. And thank you, Sako. I completely fixed it myself alone. It's been actually so far since you helped, man. I'm disappointed. You used to almost write all the code for me, man. Now you're not even interested anymore. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, dude. How come? What happened? Oh, your keyboard, right? Oh shit, man. I swear to God they did that just because of you. 100%. They must have heard that you're this almighty programmer and they were like, yeah, we gotta mess this guy up completely. 100%. No questions about that. Definitely. Definitely. 100%. 100%. 100%. I mean, what else can it be, right? Hundred percent. Yeah, I figured, man. I figured. I figured. Alrighty. I just check one thing. Yeah, that spinner button is now visible properly. Okay. All right, great. All right, fellas. It is pretty late. It's 11:30 here, so let's round it up. I think it was sufficient for today. We fixed a bunch of stuff. I think we're getting close to starting to build new features again. So we'll need to just stabilize everything and make sure it's amazing and awesome and perfect and great. And then we're going to continue with just, yeah, we're going to continue with, we're going to start, building new features and stuff like that, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, let's round it up. As always, thank you everybody for being here, for sticking around. And if you guys are around tomorrow, I'll hit you up tomorrow. So just come around. It's Face, Sako, and the rest of you. Thank you very much. And obviously, don't forget, if you didn't already, don't forget to sign up there and join our Discord here. And if you want to kind of give back to this stream, if you appreciate what I'm doing, I would please you to just go here to Programmer Network and just takes 3 seconds to sign up. I would appreciate it. Ping me tomorrow, Sako, and then let's see. Very possibly. Why not? Why not? Just ping me tomorrow. All right, Fox. Have a great one. Have a good night, and